heart, and otherwise, as a doctor, I want to save both the patient, ma'am. This is my view. You're getting, am I clear in my views, ma'am,
Yes,
what I
yes,
mean
very
to
clear.
say?
I liked
Yeah,
your,
yeah,
I really liked your approach, whatever you said.
yeah,
Because the first one, if you consider, so now you
yeah,
need to take, as you mentioned, that if he gives the permission, no, that's very much
yeah,
ethical. Okay, as a doctor, you
yeah,
don't have
yeah,
the right to take his heart, right?
yeah,
And
yeah,
also
that
you
is
have to
true.
take the
Yes, ma'am.
permission of his family, whoever is there,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yes,
also see that person. Now I think either you take the organs from a person who is going to die or in a brain dead condition, whatever is my
yeah,
knowledge. I think these are
yeah,
the only two situations from where they can donate the organs. Once the person is dead, so it's gone, right?
yeah.
So I think that's a very critical
No,
situation
but
wherein.
ma'am, here it is mentioned that that patient is critical due to the unavailability of the medicine. He is not that
Yes, so in
critical.
that
If he'll
area,
get the medicine, he can get, he can be alive, ma'am. What I think,
yes,
what
hope
I am
is there.
understanding. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
hope is there, but unavailability means nearby that area they are not finding that medicines. They have also,
But as a
uh, you
doctor,
know,
I can try, no, ma'am. Like from first step, I'll take as a doctor. I'll try my best from the another area also. If he can get survived by taking that medicine, and I can take a heart of a third person who is already known to know in no way he will survive. Suppose, ma'am, there are so many patients. Even if you are giving medicine, he is not surviving. It is a well-known fact that he will die. Then I can approach to that patient. But here, if he is not getting, he is dying only, then with his permission, with his family members, which you told, we can take a permission and we can do that. But then also, as a doctor, I will never take, because of the unavailability of the medicine, I cannot take the heart of that person. It is my personal view as a doctor. Uh,
okay, great.
this is my view. Yeah.
Yes, Aman, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
So
So, what is your opinion
the
as a
condition
doctor?
very tricky, and since a doctor is a doctor, this decision has to be jointly discussed with the this thing with the relatives or the near and dears of the patient. And also, I would like to check the age of the patient. Suppose like even if the medicine is made available, like and is if his age is like 70 or 80, like even if the medicine arranged and the chances of his survival are very less, even if the medicine is being available because of the other health condition or because of the other factors. So I would rather discuss with the team of doctors. I will seek their consensus as well, like what is the condition, like what is the overall survival rate of the patient, even if the specific medicine arranged, or we can do the trial with the other medicine. Okay, if that medicine is not available, then is there a possibility to discuss with the other medicine? So that that will be not my decision. It will be a joint decision by a group of doctors, and after seeking the decision of all the doctors, the parents or the near and dears of the patient would be called for counseling. So they will be asked, like, this is the condition in front of you, and there is another patient who is quite young, and if if we can have the heart from this patient, then we are able to save the life of the other patient. So considering the other factors as well, like due to age or the survival rate or the response of the patient to the specific medicine or to the other medicine, so based on certain factors and the discussion with the relatives of the patient, the mutual consensus will be seen. If they will say yes, we can go ahead with the heart transplantation. I mean, the patient can donate the heart, and so then of course, if the second patient is young, like if the survival rate of the second patient is quite high as compared to the first patient, even if the specific medicine is arranged, then I will definitely go for saving the life of the other patient, because if he's clinically okay and just because of this heart, if his life can be saved, then I will definitely go for the second one. So like it will the decision will be taken by studying the overall condition of the patient. So like there is no fun, like if the patient is at a very as a very at a very is quite old basically, and even if we think of arranging a specific medicine, then also that survival rate is quite less. Then we will go for the heart transplantation by getting the heart of from the first patient.
First
So the
patient.
decision has to be like it's a tricky one, but then a certain factors, certain decisions have to be made, and the consensus of the parents also have to be taken into consideration.
Great. Yeah, this was also a good approach. First, you started with the age. Definitely considering the age is a very important factor out here. And again, it's all ethics because see, a doctor is considered as a god, right? In Indian society, they do trust a lot that he's God and they have a lot of hopes that he will save the patient, right? And in that case, if a doctor does something which is against the family of that particular person or something, obviously his complete trust will be broken. So I think that's a good decision that you will discuss with the panel of doctors and then take the final decision. Great. Yes, Jitendra, what's your opinion?
Yeah. So, as a doctor, first of all, I will check the second patients because that patient is in danger situations, I can say, because of heart attack. So I will try to give to him means every possible treatment, whatever necessary for that time. And after that, after giving means treatment, I will go with discussion with first patients whether he's okay means to donate their organs or not, because respecting the respecting the patient's rights, uh, it is means doctor's duty. Okay, so doctor cannot do uh, against the patient's choice.
Human rights, yes.
Yeah, human rights, like anything. So if he's okay, then definitely I will go to transplant. Uh, otherwise whatever possible I can do for the second patient to save his life, so I will do, and that's all I can do.
Okay, so you will think about some other alternative if they do not agree. That's
Yeah,
what you say.
yeah.
Okay, great. Let's look at the questions. Um, okay. So starting with Sunita again, what factors would influence your decision? So go back to your decision, as you said that you would like to opt for a third option, that is, you will look for a heart, from some other sources. So based on that, you can answer these questions like what factors would influence your decision. So what will you consider to take this decision?
Like, ma'am, what you consider for the patient, for the third party, what I am wanting to do. That is the thing. Is like, what is in a sense, ma'am, I'm not getting the question. What to answer?
Yes. Okay.
No, like
So
what?
I will answer this question. I will answer this question. Is it okay
yes,
for you?
yes,
The
yes,
factors
yes.
like I have, I've completely narrated my decision.
Age is a factor, right?
Age
Aman,
is
your voice is not clear to me. It's little
your voice is
low.
clear and my signals are like perfectly okay. Now it is okay, ma'am. I'll speak a little bit louder.
You just come closer to the device.
Hello, hello. Is it okay
Yes,
now?
it's better. It's better. Yeah,
First
yeah.
of all, age, the overall health of the patient. Okay.
Hmm.
Third, like, is he suffering from the other ailments as well? Like, even if the specific medicine arranged, and if he's having other diseases as well, like even the medicine arranged, and during that giving of the medicine, we are not able to save the patient. Like, we have to study the other, uh, other ailments also, like whether the patient is like having other diseases as well or not. Fourth would be the number of dependents like the patient is having. If the first patient is quite old and like he has finished off with all his responsibilities, and he has like uh, no liabilities. So that would be one factor that would influence my decision. Like he has, lived his life to the fullest, and his age is also good enough for how to say, his age is like decent, and he has lived a good life, and there are no liabilities, and he is suffering from the other ailments as well, and that would be like
Yeah,
my
so can you explain the question to Sunita that what factors
like first of all
No, ma'am,
factor.
I got now what he told.
you got it?
Like,
Yes. Okay.
yeah, like, ma'am, but if I can I interfere in between? Can I talk now?
Hanji, Hanji,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
you can.
Yeah,
I want you to
yeah,
answer
ma'am.
this.
Like, yeah, ma'am. One thing I won't support the point. Like Aman is saying, because he have lived his life to the fullest. Like he has we can take his heart or transplant whatever. And other elements is not mentioned in the question. It is only mentioned that if that medicine is available to him, he can survive. So according to that point, I can answer. Like, ma'am, everybody is having a right to live till the age he can live. So I cannot make him. I cannot let him die only because he is aging or he have
I will answer.
fulfilled his responsibility, and because he have lived his life to the fullest.
No, so it
Because
is
I'll try.
completely his perception.
No,
Okay.
that is what
Yeah,
Sunita, that is an analytical approach. That is why, like Madam told, it's completely based on your opinion, like in what way you
yeah,
Exactly.
perceive it. So it is like an
yeah.
analytical approach. So your analysis
Okay,
and my analytic analysis will be different.
Yes,
okay,
yes.
okay. So
Opinions may be different. So you
So
yeah,
talk according
yeah, yeah,
to your
yeah,
according to
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
what your brain says. Okay,
yes,
you
yes.
talk
Yeah, my
according to
brain, like,
what
yeah,
you
like,
think. Hmm.
yeah, what Aman have told, it's according to him, it's right. But according to me, I think when person reach a certain age, at the age of 65 and 70, they are struggling throughout the life, and they have struggled to make their children stand on their own feet and to make house, everything they have done. And that is the right time to live their life like freely, what I think. So in my opinion, even he should be survived.
Okay.
Why he will die? In
Yeah,
that way, I am
definitely.
saying.
Maybe he
Yeah,
can
it
survive till
doesn't mean if
90
you
or
are
maybe
aging.
95.
Yeah, and he can
That's
do.
okay.
If he's a good person, he can give so much to the contribution to the society. Also, we don't know what type of person he is. We are seeing from ailment point of view. If I
No,
see
no.
that
Yes.
if he's a
See,
So
that is a
the
different
situation,
topic of.
situation is that the chances of survival of the first patient are very, very less. Okay,
no, it
even
is
if
because of the unavailability of the medicine.
Medicine.
It is mentioned that it is that
where
it
the
is
Okay,
not
okay.
written.
So I want to interrupt here.
that is
So
what
remove
she.
the age factor, Sunita. You don't go with the
Yeah,
age. So remove it. So what,
yeah,
according to you, which factor would you consider to take this decision? So you can
like
tell your
take.
factors. Okay.
Yeah, I can take the factor, like if I am taking into consideration that his heart should be transplant to the second person if his family is permitting, and if he knows that he is
Families,
going to die
yes, that is a
permitting,
factor.
yeah,
That's family's
then
permission.
yeah, then I can go with Amen also. If I'm thinking in that way, he have lived his life to the fullest, and we as a doctor, after lots of discussion with the team of the doctors and also the family members, if they are permitting, and if the moreover, the big point is that patient is agreeing. Even if the families are agreeing, sometimes patient will not agree. I will not.
Patient is.
So yeah, so both taking into the consideration of his view and doctor's views and family view, we can transplant the heart to the second person. If I know he is going to die only and there is no medicine at all. So even I will go in that point. No, we should always support because those who are young, he have the lots of responsibility to do, and because of that, his other family members can suffer. And for the first patient, the family members will not suffer because they are well settled and everything. In that way, yeah, even I agree to the point that even I can say, yeah, as a doctor, I can ask him to transplant that thing. I can take his
Great.
permission. I can go for the operation. That is.
Okay. So moving into the second question. So, should a doctor make such a choice or should it be left to fate?
No, no, the doctor
So,
has to take a choice at this point of time. At that point of time, the doctor is a real judge, and he is also like medically very strong. He can think about the pros and cons of the patients. So leaving to fate would be like just it is better bringing back to home. Is if this then there is no point keeping in the hospital or getting a treatment. Everything has to be left to fate. So yes, the doctor should make a judicious decision, taking into fact the consideration of the panel of doctors, their family decision, and then he should take up a right and apt decision, a judicious decision that is like good for both of them, good for both the patients.
Yeah, obviously, so doctor will never leave it to fate, right? Because
Yeah.
they have
Yes,
a
ma'am.
very
Yeah, yeah,
scientific and intelligent
yeah.
approach, scientific
And
approach.
ma'am, yeah, and moreover, ma'am, why we will reach to doctor if we leave everything on the fate? Then the
Yes,
patient
yes.
will be
Then there
at
is no
home
point of
only. There is
treatment.
no
Yes.
point only. That is very true, ma'am. So doctor will always take his judicious
Jitendra
decision.
san,
That is very
Jitendra,
right.
do you have some
Yes,
point?
yes. Okay, I will do one thing. One
Yeah.
question मैं तीनों को पूछूंगी, फिर we'll move to the second. Okay, Jitendra, again, I want you to answer both. What factors would influence your decision? Like you said, no, you said some decision that based on the family's, I think this is the factor you told that
Patient,
based on the family's agreement or disagreement,
yeah.
you will take
Patient
another choice for
choice.
the next
Yeah.
patient.
So,
Yes.
see, as in Indian Constitution, there is one point like we can't go beyond of the person choice and person's rights. Okay, if he is not ready to donate, we can't do after dying him also. We can't take his organs and transplant. That is also one kind of crime. So, so that is the main factor. If he is okay to donate, then only I can take. Otherwise I will go, uh, to suggest their family member to just make him understand, try to explain him what is the benefit of donating to donating the organs to others. So like that I will take decision, because um, means other than I don't have any choice, means I can't take without his permission. So that will be the my first and highest priority, means
Yes, that's a very important point because if you notice, before a small operation also, like I have seen, like before my cesarean, they call my husband and there is a consent form, right? That if
Yes, yes.
something happens, we are not responsible. Please sign it, right? So that is a big factor, because it's the right of the human being, and you are putting at risk, right, to the doctor. You're saying that we are like giving it to your hands, and you are not responsible if something happens, right? So yes, should a doctor make such a choice, or should it be left to fate? So what do you think, Jitendra?
see, doctor can make a choice just only based on their decision. But
Decision.
yeah, but there is one alternative way, means doctor can search in some other hospital who are the donators in their donating list, so they can go and they can uh, contact to those persons who are in their donate means donator list. Okay, so like that we can, means doctor can find uh, alternate solution. So that only they can do. Otherwise, if nobody is ready, definitely we means doctors is only kind of God, but not as God. So he also has to be depend sometimes on fate, on the fate. Yeah, fate, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, definitely. So Jitendra has a bit different perception because few things even the doctors have to leave on fate, because whether he will get another heart or not, so that is again a fate, that person's fate, right? So if he has to live, so definitely suddenly from somewhere a heart will come, right? So okay, moving into the third question. How would you justify your decision to the patient's families? Okay, so coming back to Aman again. Now,
Ma'am,
suppose you as a doctor decide that, okay, the patient has agreed. Imagine that the patient has agreed. So how will you, justify your decision to the patient's family?
patient has agreed for the heart donation, ma'am, the organ donation.
Yes, 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 yes.
The
First
patient family,
patients.
the patient's family would have agreed, na? Because patient would be like in a very bad state, like he would be in a this is coma. So the patient family is agreed, you mean to say, no? The patient family is agreed to donate the organ for the other patient. This is what you mean to say?
No, the patient has agreed, but how, as a doctor, how would you convince the patient's families?
Patient is agreed.
Yes, patient has agreed, but
Patient
the
is in
patient,
patient is in a very bad condition. He's in a coma, ma'am. Like you are saying that he's on the verge of dying. He's on the verge of
yes,
dying, and
yes.
some medicine is required to save him. So till that medicine is not has not coming, so he's in a case of like verge of dying. He might be in a coma. So you mean to say the patient's family has agreed for
No,
the
no.
donation?
Then the patient, so there's no question of, because he's not in his senses, so obviously
Hmm.
forget about the patient. Now, here the question is, how will you convince the patient families?
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I will, I will call the patient family. I'll have counseling with the family members. So I will explain that the condition, of course, is very critical, and I would just be very assertive and would be explaining the patient's condition with all the reports I would have. Plus, I'll be arranging a video conferencing with the other hospital doctors as well, because since I'm in a hospital, so I must be having some friends of mine who would be doctors in other big hospitals. So I'll be arranging a video conferencing with the other doctors so as to build the trust, build the trust in amongst the family members, and I would so as to make my decision more justifiable to the family members. Since if because if I will say myself, if it would be my sole decision, then there is a tendency that the patient family will get biased, like some sort of money. So might be they might think that I am greedy for money. Maybe I have taken some money from the other patient family. So then I'll be arranging a video conferencing where all doctors will be sitting, and I will be explaining like this is the condition. I have consulted all the doctors, and the availability of the medicine is not there. And even if we go for the other alternative medicine, or that is quite risky. Even if like we are able to save him for some period of time, but then other so there are chances that he will have either a paralysis or some other disease. Like if we do the trial with the other alternate medicine, and the medicine which is required, that is of course is not available. So I would first of all discuss with them, are you convenient to go for the alternate medicine, like for so this that would be only a trial. So the outcome of the trial is
Not
not yet
sure.
not sure,
Is not
and
yet.
maybe the patient can go into coma or can have a hemorrhage or something like that. So if the patient family say yes, so then I'll go with the their decision. And if the family is saying yes, if the family is saying like
No.
my so and so, he has lived a decent age, uh, and there are no liabilities, and even if you are able to save him, then and if suppose by instance he has some other ailments, then who there is nobody to take care of him, because the family is living somewhere, has to go somewhere in abroad or something like so that will be completely dependent upon the patient's families. So I'll keep both the conditions in front of them. This is condition number one, this is condition number two. So which condition do you want to go for? So based upon the decision, I'll take the further action, ma'am.
Great. I really like the point when you said one is trust building by, doing a video conferencing with other doctors as well and listening to their opinions. It's not only you who is making the decision. So they should also get a confirmation that, okay, it is good, whatever they are telling us, right? And second thing, the trial one, right? So
Hmm.
that was a very creative idea that, one medicine which is not available, but yes, another one we can try, but we cannot give the guarantee. So good. And okay, next, Sunita, what do you think about? Yes, how will you
Yeah.
convince the patient's family?
Ma'am, as a doctor, I will always give pros and cons to the patient's family. because as Aman told, it is very right that trust building, they may not think that I am favoring the other patient, he should survive and the first one should not survive, because in one way I cannot tell ki, let him donate his organ to the other person, because his idea was very good, and it is a fact also, like video conferencing with the other doctor, so that he will know the whole history of a patient. He will, if he is surviving, so he will be not in a good shape also after taking so much of risk. I will try to explain that also, and plus I will explain that if he is surviving, he will be not in a good shape and he cannot live a good life. And secondly, if you are donating to some other person, life is safe. You can go in that way also. So it is I will not decide anything on myself. I will totally leave both the pros and cons on families, first people, because neither I will only present the situation pros and cons to them, and I will not give my final reason कि आपको ऐसा you should do like that, well, from every point of view. So I will be always on a safer side, in a sense, from humanity point of view. I will explain everything, because I will be wanting the second person should survive, not, and the first person also, he is not like first person also, they should not think that I am not favoring or I am not liking because he is so sick. So I won't like to get him survive, because many family members, they want to survive with a very ill person also at home, because they say if that patient is beside me, I will just see him, I am okay. There are such type of families also, and there are such type of other family also. They will see, no, if he dies, he is suffering, it is better he dies, so second person will be saved. So I will give all the
Yes.
3 4 choices to the family members, and whatever they will tell me, I will do that. I will not take anything on my head. I will say all the scenario, like 3 4 scenarios which I told, like with suffering, without suffering, and thirdly is that he will do a great job when he will transplant his heart to his second person. Like the patient will do a great job by doing that, and even his family, they will do like a great job. So I will give all the 3 and 4 scenarios to them, and whatever they will say, I will do that. I will never take independently any decision and in front of them by saying you do this or you do that. I will say, see, this is the scenario, 3 4 scenario. Whatever you will tell me, I will do that. Because ma'am, many patients who are suffering, I've seen in my relative also. They are happy. They at least they say कि no, मैं उसको देख पा रही हूँ. Every day, at least we have. I even I've seen many person coming back from the coma also, ma'am. One of my relative came back from the coma, ma'am. I know that relative. So I will never say कि it is my opinion. Like so.
Yes, it's a very sensitive, matter. So I think it
Yeah,
depends
yeah,
upon how the person thinks. Some people also
yeah,
think,
yeah,
as you said, that,
yeah,
instead of
yeah,
getting so much of pain, I think it's better to
yeah.
die, right? So,
Die, yeah. And some other things, ma'am, it's okay. They have a ray of hope of that. कि कभी कभी
yes.
चमत्कार हो जाता है, magical हो जाता है. Because which happened, ma'am. One of the patient was in coma for 2 years, but third year he was alive. It happens sometimes. So they might, that depends upon the personal mentality. So I will totally leave on the patient family, and nothing I will do from my side, ma'am. I will take initiative. I will explain them everything I will do as a doctor. But decision I will not do, not at all. That is my reason.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Yes, Jitendra, you can give your opinion. How will you convince the patient family?
Yeah, so before doing the things like transplant, first of all, I will take means I will go for the discussion with my senior doctors, okay, and I will take them to there also, like by as Aman has told, like by video call or with means discussion in cabin like that. I will take them and will talk with them whether means whatever they want or not. Okay, and what are the pros means why donating the organs, how means what are the benefits, like means benefits like for others and what you may get, and it comes in good karma or not. So like that, if they are ready, then definitely we will go to means that decision. Otherwise I won't go. Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay. I will skip the next question, third alternative, because this point has been discussed already. So third alternative can be two. One thing which Aman said, the trial medicine. Instead of that medicine, we just want to try one. Third alternative can be what Sunita said, that finding another heart, right? So we'll not discuss more about it because I feel ये थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो रहा है. So we'll move on to the next. There's another situation, okay? So I don't know how far will we discuss this. Will be able to discuss on this
Current is
completely,
the budget
but
dilemma.
yeah,
The
budget
budget dilemma.
dilemma. So hope you are
Limited
enjoying
of
the new format,
yes, yes, yes,
guys.
yes, 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 ma'am. Yes. As the CFO of a mid, मैं पढ़ता हूँ, I'll read it for you, for everybody.
Hmm.
As the CFO of a mid-sized company, you are facing significant financial strain due to market turndowns. To keep the company profitable, you must decide between two difficult choices: laying off 20 employees, which allow the company to maintain current salary structure but disrupt lives and morale, or cutting salaries across the board by 20%, affecting everyone, including top executives. Layoffs may result in reduced productivity and negative publicity, while salary cuts would lead to dissatisfaction and potential resignations.
Hmm. So all of you understood the situation.
Yes,
So
yes,
your
ma'am.
business is running at a loss, okay? And there are two options you have. So as a entrepreneur, as a CFO of a mid-sized company, so what will you do in this case? Should we directly move into the questions?
Yes, 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 yes.
You understood? Any doubts, Jitendra
No.
and Sunita?
No, no, no.
Sunita, you understood the situation?
Yeah, yeah, ma'am. But I was a bit like out of the way that time. It is told like your company is
I
in
will
a bad
explain.
situation,
I
so
will ex
so they want to they should lay off, or they should lay off an employee or not. That is the
I will
question, no, ma'am.
explain. Give me the
Yeah,
give me
please
this.
explain. Yes.
Suppose I am the CFO of the company and my company is running into losses. Okay. So I have two choices to make. One is to lay off 20 employees. And by doing so, I am able to maintain the salary structure of the, I mean, I am able to keep the same salary structure for the other employees. But in that condition, 20 employees will be laid off. Second condition is that salary cut would be taken by all the employees. So there will be no
20%.
layoff, and 20% salary cut would be taken by everybody. Let it be the top executives, the staff, the directors, everybody. They have to take salary cuts. So layoffs might result in the reduced productivity and negative publicity, while salary cuts would lead to dissatisfaction and potential resignations. बस ठीक है.
Yes, ma'am.
Got it?
I know. Yeah.
We'll directly move on to the questions. What are the short-term and long-term impacts of each decision? Yes, anybody can start. This is more interesting, I think.
What are the
Yes.
short term like laying out 20 employees? Now, short term, which we like laying off 20 employees, that would be really bad for the reputation of the company. If those 20 employees are experienced enough, they can again build the company. They can again, by their own hard work, and they can help the company to again get into profits. And if we lay off 20 employees, so that will give a wrong impression in the other associate mind also. So that will create a sort of insecurity, and the productivity which the company would be looking forward for the from the other employees, that will not come. So the productivity will go down, and the experience of the employees will be no more, because 20 employees would be laid off, and it would build a bad reputation for the company. And uh, and also the employees, what about the family of the employees? They will get ruined, ma'am, because like if they are the only dependent members of the family, then the family, how will they run the family? So that will again create a bad image in the market, and there are chances by the bad rep, because the world goes by the word of mouth. And if the reputation of the company gets deteriorated, then there are chances that the further profitability of the company will get reduced. And the long term impact of and short term impact of 20%. cut off like that would be really good. That at least in this condition, not even a single employee would be will not go, and it will create a good basic good reputation among the market in the market. Basically, 20% is like nothing. In the COVID time also, there like when our companies were not doing well. This is the like Honda also. This is the decision that Honda also took, ma'am. Not even a single employee was laid off. Only 20% salary cuts were taken. So in that condition, everybody was like satisfied. Like if my salary is being cut, to the whole company salary is like cut. So that built a very strong. That gave a very strong message to the employees of Honda, that Honda is a company which the society wants to exist. It's basically a social rival company. So they never lay off any employee, ma'am. So of course, and after the COVID era went off, then the company has really bounced back because the trust among the employees was like very good, and the company, like the associates of the company gave their 100%, ma'am. Once that COVID was gone, and again the company has really bounced in a very good way, ma'am. So the long-term impacts of each decision. Long-term would be the profitability of the company will further get reduced, ma'am. Like if they lay off certain employees, 20 employees, then if the reputation of the company will be gone. It is being said now, like if the name is gone, then everything is gone. If your इज्जत को क्या बोलते हैं, if your fame is gone, then everything is gone. So that would further impact the further profitability of the company, and the company will end up into running into other losses, and would be would be wind up, क्या बोलते हैं मैम इसको, the company would be closed basically, as and the company would be closed, and there would be like no employee. Suppose the company is able to come back, if the company is able to make a strong comeback, in that condition, not even a single new employee would like to join, because they would always have that fear in mind. Suppose the company again go into losses, then again the employees will be fired. So getting recruitment for the employees would be very good. Good recruitment for the employees will be again very difficult. And
So you
that
support, I mean, what is your decision? You support
my
the
decision is like
reduction.
20% cut for everybody is okay, ma'am. Instead of firing 20 employees, ma'am. Why to disturb
Oh,
the family of employees?
all right. Yes. Sunita, what is your opinion? Sunita, you there?
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. Ma'am, even I agree with Aman, and I have the same views also, because I heard about Tata. Tata never lay off their employees, whatever the condition be. It's
Tata
the
is also
only
same.
company, yeah, it's the only company in India. They are very much concerned about their employees more
Yes,
than their
yes.
company. They take care from every nitty gritty of the person. So even I favor, because what he told the very right thing, and it's the same point only, because fame suffers a lot when they let off the employees, and when the employees goes off, they are so much in grievances. Even they talk bad about the word of mouth they give outside, and which creates a very bad impression of the company. And even they suffer financially, their family suffers. And moreover, it is no use laying off the person, because I think as a CEO of the company, I will call all the employees of the company and take a meeting on that, by saying, see, this is my condition, and the senior person who are getting so much of amount, I want that the 20% salary should be cut from there to the lower person, so that I can pay them, and the company can run full-fledged with the whole of the employee team, so that we do not lose our old members, and experience will be also go out, like what is the in and outs of the company. When they leave the company, they give all the in and outs of the company, and they are in so much of grievances. They can go with the opposition company and take their employment. They go and take the employment there, and they can give all the secrets of the company, when the company will be in a more loss. So I think it is not at all advisable to lay off the employees when the conditions are bad, because every time there is always a ups and downs in the life, and one should not uh, what we say, that saddened by the conditions, and this we should fight each and everything, because we are carrying a company with so many complications. That is from the one day we know. And I think as a CEO of the company, we take into consideration also ki, like when the company goes in a wrong way, like it is not getting into the profit, how to come up. It is taken, all the decisions is taken beforehand only, when the company is commissioning, man. Like I can understand when a new company starts, till 1 year they are not giving any profit. They take 1 to 2 years to come into break even. So employees' salaries are also in the break even only. That time companies are suffering loss. So I think they should come on that first point. We can go into break even, not in a loss for a company. And I think company will not go in a loss. So senior person, and other those who are getting more salary, they should be considerate about the juniors one. So that's it. They should not be layoff. That's my view.
Okay. Jitendra, what do you say about this?
Yeah, so as a businessman and CEO of company, suppose I have to think. So if I go for like cutting the salary 20%, so there are so many chances to get the means so many resignation. Okay, like means many people can put the paper, so like more than 20, like 50-60%. Okay, so then also our company reputation will be down, like will get fall, because they will tell they have cut the salary. Okay, because right now COVID is not going. If suppose kind of situation is not there, COVID kind of situation. So what I think, like layoffing of 20 employees who are not performing well. Okay, based on their performance. If their performance is not good, I would go for layoff of 20%, and I would suggest them, like try to improve, means yeah, means in their skills, whatever is there, based on my. Okay, so yeah, in corporate, what happens, every company do layoffs. So this is the means kind of, there is no wrong name of like getting fall or improving name. Everybody come for money and they work for money, nobody care about name. So, okay, so like that I will go for 20 like what means 20 employee layoff, and I will increase the salary of other employee, so they would work with like hard with patience and like with productivity. Okay, so that I will go for that. They might get other job also, based on my, because of, if I will cut the salary of 20%, means 20% of the company people, means so many they put the paper, so many people. Yeah.
Okay, so as a CFO, you are scared that if you reduce the salary, so they will put the papers, and that will spoil the reputation of the company. That's also a very
Yeah.
different perspective. Obviously, it's very common that especially the software companies, on a yearly basis, they lay off employees. So it depends upon the complete infrastructure. I mean, of the finance of the that company, how old it is, right? And how come they manage the complete budget. So it depends upon it is different for different companies, right? So we cannot tell that okay, this is the right decision. So both can be the right decision according to whatever situation the company is in, right? Okay.
And ma'am,
um
because in a company we can reduce so many other like expenses apart from laying off the company. Like there are so many legal matters and so many things are going in the company that can be taken care of, and we can reduce the
See, as I
expenses.
said, it depends upon the situation of the company. Now, see, laying out 20 employees also, suppose it's a software industry, so they will get a better job in a better company. So there's not I mean, big thing for them, right? So it depends on a lot of situations,
Yeah.
right? So, okay. So how was the format, guys? You want me to continue this, or should I take one situation only, or two situations, two scenarios? So
Two
one day
scenarios is
is,
okay, ma'am.
One scenario is okay, ma'am. Like Sunita ji
yeah,
said,
Two
because
is
two
okay
scenarios
because
we're
we
not
can.
able to complete.
the second could be a role play or a picture. This thing like we should
Ma'am,
actually.
role play we cannot say many points, ma'am, in role play. Right?
Okay, role play is not
Yes,
okay.
that
So
is why I'm doing a mix of it, because role play
Yeah,
initially was okay. Initially for
yeah,
you to open up, and get into
to
different
know
roles, that was okay.
yeah.
But now I'm trying to make it little intense,
maybe
so that
maybe
you
a group,
think.
maybe a GD can help, ma'am. Group discussion, na? Like we will be discussing over. You give us some topic, and all of us will be discussing, and you'll be like, this is what the. I have given the exam in my company as well, like where a lot of uh, you know how to say, like people from like the professors of different this IM institutes came to witness us, like in what way we are speaking. So that group discussion was conducted by one of the famous professor in some like she was a very good professor in some MBA institute, and she was like watching us each of us, like we were made to discuss over a certain topic, and based upon
So
our
group discussion you want on what? Like see, this is a scenario where you are taking a decision, right?
uh,
This is one form. So group discussion means what
Ma'am,
kind of
on
topic?
any topic, like you give me us any topic, and everybody will present their views on that topic, and we can
So here
discuss with
also
each
same thing
other.
is happening, no?
no no
Yeah,
no
same
Today
is
what
happening.
we did,
group discussion में मतलब that will be against the motion and in the favor of motion also, like if I have some point to place before.
Debate. Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
हाँ,
debate.
And ma'am, yeah,
debate.
debate.
You
And
want
ma'am, in
debate
this group
topics.
meeting, yeah, in this group meeting, even we will come to know that who is some like more aggressive, because which is not going in this world nowadays. Because in group discussion, many are very aggressive. So they observe ki who is aggressive,
To
who is
prove
cutting
their
the point of
points.
Aggressive.
other. Yeah.
Actually,
So which is
they
not good.
notice
Which is not good.
they
Yeah.
notice
So
like I'll explain you. They first of all notice who takes the initiative. Like they will give you one topic,
yeah, that is true.
who will
He's
take the
saying right.
initiative and who is able to convince the like all the ultimately we have to
Points
come up
what
to a
you
final consensus. So that is like
yeah.
a group discussion, like whatever I am saying, and I'm able to prove my point, and maybe
Like
you are
how
also
he's taking. Yeah. Huh.
you agree to my point with certain more points to it.
No, ma'am,
Okay.
like how we are taking the whole team together, leadership
Yes, sir.
quality they want to bring out from the group.
Yes.
So they
Yes,
get
yes.
very impressed with a leader. Like they want to bring the leader from the group, like he can carry with all of them. Like leaders
Yes,
are
yes.
like that. So that
Yeah,
is the motto of that group discussion.
group discussion. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
In group discussion, you want me to take a debate topic. Like, for example, should homeworks be banned in schools?
Hmm.
Should pocket money be given to students? Something like
Yes,
that?
yes.
What you
Yes.
just
Yeah,
you will
yeah,
share
for
your.
and against both. Yeah, one party will say against and for. Like you can divide also, ma'am, for and against, so that we can
Yeah, we can divide
Okay.
into two teams, no? We can divide into
yeah,
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 now today people few people are there, but two
yeah.
also we can divide if there are four people or maybe six
Though
people.
it is a very traditional topic, like in when we say, because we have done in our student life, like
Yeah, and
should females
it's
should go
interesting.
out of the, yeah,
Ma'am,
should
also
females should
like
go out of the work or not, out for
impromptu
work or
speaking is
not.
like what I like. You give certain topic to us, so that was also good. Like, should pocket money be given to the children? So you just that will be a like extemporary topic. We'll speak over it, ma'am. That is also something very good. Instead of writing notes or making notes, we should be in a habit like whatever comes to us, we have to
No,
speak.
no, no, no. We will not be writing notes. But what happened, Aman? When man says beforehand some topic, so we can read and come, so we can get a wider idea.
Bas, bas,
Like
bas,
we are
bas.
confined. That is the thing I
That
am
is okay.
saying.
We will,
Yeah, when
we
man
will
tells us
continue.
the topic, so we can go through so many things and we can give
Yes,
more
sir,
ideas,
that would be
and
a
that
nice
is
idea. That would be a nice idea. If you
yeah,
some
yeah,
topic,
yeah.
we will not write it anywhere. We'll just go
No,
through
we'll
it,
not write. Huh,
and
yeah,
you will help us to make to speak. Basically, we will just speak.
yeah,
Maybe somebody
yeah.
will speak for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. It's up to them, ma'am.
And
So
ma'am, you lastly can say us so that we can improve, like who is saying fast or who is aggressive or cannot carry the leadership quality, which is okay, ma'am. We can improve on that. Yeah, I
yes,
was not taking in between. Some people are interrupting. Sometimes I also interrupt. I know. So that quality should not be there, ma'am. That is the thing. We can improve on that.
Sure, sure. So you want me to take a debate topic?
One thing more,
And
ma'am,
we
I
would,
just want to know from you, which is that, like, which book should I study? So that is very easy in understanding also. Like, it doesn't have that very critical or very, there are certain sentences which are very hard meaning. Like, it is very
Book in
difficult
the sense to improve your vocabulary.
vocabulary and like reading also. Like people are like I have discussed with a lot of people. They are all saying that if you are in habit of reading, so that will also help to improve upon your English. So I just want to read that book which is easy to understand, like maybe a seventh or eighth class books or maybe ninth class, which is like not very hard to understand, because there are certain books which are which have a very deep meaning. So like comprehending them, it is altogether a different it's a
See, Aman, there's a huge genre of books. Okay, so do a little bit of research is what I would suggest, because my favorite is motivational. Okay,
just as
if you
motivation. Okay.
yes, motivational books like Think and Grow Rich or maybe Ikigai
Acha.
or
Shiv Khera is also good, man.
You Can Win by Shiv
Yeah.
Khera. Right,
Ma'am,
so
you
I like reading these books. Now you
yes,
should
ma'am.
not get bored by reading that book.
No, no,
And
no,
Jitendra,
no.
I think you have
Never,
read
never,
Think and
never.
Grow Rich.
So you can, ma'am, WhatsApp me, ma'am, two, three books. Now I will get it from nearby, ma'am. Nearby. So I'll carry
Yes.
that book in my office also. Like whenever I get time, I'll study it, ma'am. So that would be something good for my
And ma'am,
motivation.
you were saying about comprehension, which is good idea, ma'am. Showing picture and then we have to say
Yeah, we are
something,
doing
which we
that
also.
already. So I will send
I
you
have not
the
done.
recording. Sorry, I forgot to
Okay,
send. I
okay,
will send it to you. So
okay.
we did it for 2 classes, right, Aman?
Yes,
Picture
yes,
talks.
we will do for one more class. Actually, Sunita ji was not there, so one class we will be having with her also, that she's able to understand what sort of a discussion we are doing. So
Yeah,
that
I'll send her the recording also, and then
so tomorrow we
she
can
can.
do that picture talk only, na? Are you available, Sunita?
Tomorrow, let me think. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Either a new topic or a picture talk also have new topics I have, new pictures I have. I'll
Then
let you know.
ठीक है मैम.
Okay
Done,
then.
ma'am. Done, ma'am. Good night, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Good
Thank you,
night.
ma'am.
Take care.
Thank
Good
you.
night. Good.